The time has come to make the decision on what we're going to do with this Lexus. But before we get started, let's make sure it's ready. This is the 2000 Lexus ES300 that Mrs. Wizard found on Marketplace. We had a transmission put in, actually Grimes did the work, a good used one, and it's fully driving again. It is a very, very smooth car. Let's check this thing over, and then we'll reveal today what we're going to do with this car. Let's get this thing up in the air. So everything went well on the transmission install?
Yeah, not too bad. Okay. We got the engine cleaned up. Also, we did valve cover gaskets because those were leaking pretty badly.
Yeah.
New pan gasket, fresh fluid, new filter. I think that's about the gist of it. We did fresh coolant, new power steering fluid, flushed all of that stuff out.
The brakes are all good.
Checked everything over.
It drives very well, amazingly.
Yeah, there's only a couple little tiny things. One of the boots is torn on the ball joint, and you know, as people have mentioned, the radiator's getting a little brown, so they'll have to take care of that in the future.
It's not too big of a problem, so we don't need to worry about that. So tires are all good, 35 psi. That's where I like to see them, and all the lights work.
Yep.
All the lights work.
I think we had to throw a bulb in one of the turn signals.
Yeah, we did have to put a bulb in it. It steers good, it drives good, it's not leaking, it shifts good, the cruise works, everything works on it. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's check the back here, and then we can get this thing on the ground. I don't see really any blown struts or anything. Sway bar links are good. It's a little rusty. I think it's set somewhere for a long time, but...
Yeah, you'll see that on a car this old, though.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of surface rust, nothing real egregious.
Nothing's bad there. Nice dry strut there.
Mm-hmm. Even the sway bar links, all of that look good. Those are usually the first to go on these suspensions.
Mm-hmm. Really not much else to speak of. I guess let's get this thing on the ground. Well, everything looks good on the Lexus. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. It's a running and driving car again, and it wasn't a few days ago. It was basically a scrap heap. Now it's usable again, so I guess let's go ahead and get this thing off the lift.
All right. So a friend of mine, she had some questions about her Honda.
Okay.
Having some issues with it not starting once in a while, and I think the transmission's slipping on it.
Oh, the transmission's slipping?
Yeah.
All right, well,
if you want to chat with her.
She's on her way here. We can talk with her?
Yeah.
Well, let's go head on that way and see what she has to say.
All right.
I can't figure out what's going on. Like, it's not starting when it's hot. It's not starting when it's cold. I keep breaking down, and my hood's up, and it's too hot for me to drive because it's like 100 degrees, and my air conditioner doesn't work, and I can't go on the highway because the transmission keeps slipping, and I don't know what to do.
David, this is Addie.
Nice to meet you, Addie.
Hi.
This is who I was talking about. She's got the Honda.
Okay.
And has a ton of problems. And like she was saying, the AC doesn't work. Transmission started to slip recently. What else?
If it's over like 90 degrees, if I go somewhere, I have to wait like an hour, or I have to jump start my car.
Well, that's no good. It sounds like you got quite a list going on there.
Yeah.
You said transmission slipping, and then I put that with the AC, and also it goes dead on you, like the battery goes
And
dead.
I can't find any parts either. Like, I keep going to salvage yards and I can't find anything.
Well, it sounds like to me that kind of just in the back of my mind, the price to fix all that maybe as much as the whole car is worth. What year is it?
It's a 97.
A 97, what is it, a Honda?
Honda.
Yeah, that would probably cost as much as the car is worth, maybe even more than the whole car is worth. But I have a different game plan. If you'll follow me, you guys will follow me over here. I have a solution to your Honda Civic problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Addie?
Miss Long!
Oh my gosh! It's been forever since I've seen you. What are you doing here?
My car won't start, and I was like,
You guys know each other?
Yeah, she was like my student, like, I don't know, 100 years ago. Okay, maybe
It was
like,
like 2 years ago.
100 years ago, 2 years ago.
Like,
so what do you do now?
I'm a teacher now.
Whoa,
like-
we traded places.
Yeah, I had really good teachers.
Oh, thanks.
So.
So what did you do? What do you do? What do you teach?
I teach science now.
Wow.
So I was like, yay. I love it.
That's
I
good.
teach
That's
science,
awesome.
yeah.
It makes sense. She's wearing, you guys can't see as well, but she's got dinosaur earrings.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, we just finished this up. Actually, Grimes did the work on it, and we got a lot of things fixed on it, and it's basically a perfect car now. And we did some videos on it just showing that you can take a car that's cheap, get it fixed up, and get it back on the road. And then we're kind of like, what do we do with this thing? And actually, Grimes mentioned that your car is giving you a bunch of headaches, a bunch of trouble. And we're like, this is where this car needs to go. So I have for you a title and a key.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Thank you.
no problem. So yeah, like I mentioned, the cruise works, the AC works, the power windows works, it shifts great, everything works perfect on it. It's good, clean title. Just like you guys, I mentioned, no title, no deal. So there's definitely a title in this situation. She's got a key. Actually, there's a bunch of keys actually in the center console.
I've never even had a car with air conditioning.
Really? Well, you do now. Very, very cool. It's very cold AC as well. Even Grimes is mentioning this thing is ice cold. So
What
it's
a great way. This was, I think, everyone else at my old school had to go back to school today. Did you have to go back to school
Yes,
today?
I did. I did.
So what a great way for her to go back to school and a new ride.
that has AC.
Yeah. No more bumming rides.
So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any troubles, complain to Grimes. He's over there running the camera high over there. And he can get you fixed up. There's a few things he's going to finish up for you to help you out. He's going to polish your headlights and do some things like that to make it look a little bit better. But really the paint's pretty nice on it. So yeah, you can go ahead and hop in and drive it out of the shop. It is yours.
Cool.
Yay! So wasn't that great? In a world of the news being negative all the time, we see all kinds of bad things happening. There can be some good things happen in the world. When Mrs. Wizard purchased this car, and we kind of looked at it, like, let's get this thing fixed up. We really didn't have an idea of what we're going to do with it. I thought maybe I can drive it, or she can drive it, or I definitely just want to do a video to prove to you guys that there's still some cars out there that you can get them fixed up and get them back on the road and not break the bank. And Grimes actually mentioned to us that he had this friend, which is Addie, who you just met. She's a teacher, and she's had some hard times with her car. It's going to be very, very expensive to fix it. And she's just like, what do I do here? And Grimes said, I have an idea. And he talked to me about it, kind of presented the idea and talked to Mrs. Wizard. And through that, we figured out that it was actually one of Mrs. Wizard's old students from years ago. So it's kind of like, wow, what a small world we live in. So she's cruising on home now in her, well, kind of new Lexus ES300 with cold AC, all the windows working, the transmission is working, everything on it is in top shape. It runs great. She could probably sell her Honda and take that money and register the Lexus or do whatever she wants to with the money, but now she has a running and driving car. She can go to school, teach her kids, and not have that in the back of her mind. I hope my car doesn't break down. So just to let you guys know, we are not in the business of giving away cars. We like to fix cars, but once or twice a year, we like to do kind of a good Samaritan thing and help somebody out. Definitely glad we could help Addie out get a car so she can cruise around in that around Wichita and stay cool because it is so hot here. But again, we're not going to be giving out tons of cars. It's just something we do randomly once in a while. So if you're interested in any of the cars you see in the background or what kind of things we do here, click the subscribe button. If you're curious what kind of tools we use to work on all these cars or fix the car, the ES300 we just worked on, check my Amazon affiliates link in the description below. We get a small cut and we really appreciate it. Make sure again to hit the subscribe button because there's many more cool videos to come and all kinds of great stories like the one you just saw. Thanks for watching.